So, last time on POE, we just reached the third act over here, but I want to go ahead and actually modify an amulet because we had just this amulet right here, and this is just a amulet that gives us some extra spell damage, which really doesn't matter too much. So we're going to go ahead and this essence makes it so the jewelry will regenerate 2 to 5 life per second. I don't really care about the life regen, it's just let's see what we can get off of it. So we have +1 mana on kill. It's not really that great, to be honest, but you know, I'll use it over that. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. So we just got to this act where we saved Clarissa, but we have to go ahead and save her lover.
This is neither the time nor the place. Exactly.
But to answer your question, actually, when am I going to play Among Us? I don't know. That is a game that I wouldn't mind checking out eventually. But right now, with Path of Exile's new league, this has just got my interests for the most part. By the way, is the audio level too loud? Can someone let me know? As I'm seeing the thing get to very high level bars, but sometimes maybe with like an update, it changes things. Sound okay. Lower the master volume just a smidgen. It's just certain skills in the game are going to be louder than others, and I guess Leap Slam's loud. Hopefully that wasn't too loud on the last like part of our session. So we need to get the keys. This was it. Okay, crematorium. Okay. I want to say it's still this way though. We eventually get the sewer keys. Oh, that's right, we have a bunch of flasks. We should be popping them. Is it nowhere over here? Okay, I guess we gotta go this way. Can we just one-shot that guy? Jeez, our damage is really good right now. There we go. There's the crematorium.
Life in his right hand, death in his left. And then there are those who fell through God's fingers.
It's like perfect timing with his little voice line. It's a dead end, unfortunately. But the doors you can jump through. Oh, nice. We got a nice little level up. Wow, that's a dead end too. Oh, Among Us is more about the people that you're playing. Yeah, so it's more of a social game, right? Versus like an actual like game for the gameplay. Like the thing that makes that game fun is who you're playing it with, and like the strategies and like the reasons people, you know, do things. Where's the path? Do we have to go all the way to the left for that? Because I want to do this. Well, I guess we can do this first. A dead man and a living machine.
There's your truth, heretic.
He's supposed to be clickable. Okay, there we go. There's just one enemy I guess was hiding. Alright, so we'll have to go back to Clarissa, but I want to complete the Trial of Ascendancy over here. And it's at about level 30 something-ish. We should be able to go ahead and do the trial. And then we'll also hopefully get a new pair of boots and some new gloves very soon as well. But unfortunately can't hop through that. I wish there was like a teleport like you had in like Diablo. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to go all the way around. But it's okay since we happen to have 3 Quicksilver flasks. Lets us move a lot faster. So we can either get 14 of these, and then we can get 1 Chaos Orb. And that can be broken down into like 4 Alks, and then we have like 4 different items that we can get, some 4 little small uniques. I think our health is actually kind of running low. But I believe we're pathing towards more speed. All the caps too. Oops. Attack speed over here. Alright, so we just got the plus 4%. This will grant us this with one-handed. We don't really get bonuses off of physical damage at the end of our build, but like sometimes it's okay just to take certain things. That's just 5% attack speed. There is just okay amount, but this is all physical. Unfortunately, we can't make too great use out of that. We actually just want to go straight towards the sword nodes, which are over here, and we'll be getting these health ones on the way, so we'll also be getting a little bit more tanky. So this one over here, there's a bunch of fire that will come out, and you don't want to stand on the fire, but the first one's very easy and you can just hop across. But if you stand on it too long, you will die. Okay, so now that we're done with this, I think I got the waypoint, so well, it's just faster. This is a strat that you know, since it's a guide, might as well go ahead and actually utilize the thing that's going to give you a advantage over here. So we'll have to talk to Clarissa.
See you.
Go ahead and grab these keys for the sewer. Talk to all these guys. They'll give us kind of like a quest, but you should be able to advance.
Be well.
Oh, okay, here we go. We'll get another gem as well. So what's really nice is there's things called curses. This is the first thing that we'll introduce. So you'll see that if we curse the enemy, they're going to take more damage. There is a new, I think it's called something with Hex. Sonato, sent you in the chat. What's the new thing with the curses? I know there's like some new like mechanic where you get to like consume however long the curse is on them to do a certain amount of damage. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get it early on. But flammability is what we would actually want. So this is going to make them take more fire damage. So I'll go ahead and equip it so you guys can see what it kind of looks like. But later you can convert it to an aura with something called blasphemy. So it creates an aura around you that will automatically curse things that are close to you, so you don't even have to cast it. Hex Blast. Doom Hex Blast. Thank you. Also, what's the new Vortex, the one that sucks everyone up? What's the name of that one? Oh, we didn't even get Slum's waypoint. Alright, well, that's fine. I think it would be faster just to walk over here. Actually, good tip. Some areas, if you go to the waypoint, it'll be like right where the next area like would go into. But yeah, we'll have to let's see if we can get the waypoint for this area, because I believe we'll have to come back eventually. Let's see. I guess if we have the next area's waypoint, we'll be fine. Yeah, it's fine. We still have to move in this direction anyways, because we've got to go ahead and get the key. I feel like it might be faster to not just hold down leap until we get enough attack speed, because there's like an animation. Oh wait, what was that? Was that a granite flask? Oh, it's a grand life flask. Which, what is it, 640? Yeah, it's the same. So now we have the sewer keys. We can go in here, and I'll show you how the curse works. I'm only going to really use it on a boss, but this is how it looks. So you take more, what is it? They have negative minus. Well, it's not. You can get negative resistances, but it's minus 25 resistances, and hits against cursed enemies have 25% chance to ignite, and curse gains 10 doom per second. Oh, that's like the new mechanic, right? After the pandemic is over, I'm gonna play with more card games. Maybe. It all depends on like what interests me, you know. Like sometimes it's like if the game has like a new like update, basically, that's always a reason to go ahead and get back into a game when there's a new update. That's why we're playing Path of Exile now. It's a new update, and I enjoy it. The waypoint, and then we're gonna find these platinum busts. So you'll find these platinum busts clicking on these stashes. What's our chest piece giving us? Oh, it's never mind. It's the brisk wrap, so I probably won't replace that for a while. Like, it's not super powerful. It's just that it grants us movement speed and attack speed. What's our helm? Our helm's giving us our so there's elemental damage, supports. Combustion can be modified with, of course, if we can get the sockets. It won't be that bad. Heck, I can actually move Leap Slam to this, and then I can. Let's go. Combustion is. Let me read what it does. It's extra fire damage. Yeah. So we can actually do. We can remove Ancestral Call. Yeah, we'll move Ancestral Call off of our thing. And this way we can have a lot more damage. So we'll move... actually, we can keep faster attacks here too. Yeah, we'll put Leap Slam over here. And then we'll go ahead and move. Keep LE damage. And which one's higher level? I think this one... Oh, I think this one will have more XP. And it doesn't really matter that much. So we want Molten Strike to be over here. And then instead of Elemental Proliferation, I'm going to go ahead and throw in... Combustion, so it's more damage. So this will make our damage a lot better, but we won't have those little two guys that attack. You have faster attacks, right? Okay. It just doesn't seem like it's that much faster. It's supposed to be how much more attack speed? 27. Extra attack speed on it too. I can grab that hideout if we wanted it, but it's fine. I'm just gonna skip out on it. Actually, I know for sure there's going to be another platinum bust in one of these areas, so I'm going to go ahead and actually grab it right now so I don't have to backtrack later. Yep. There we go. Actually, there might be another one. Alright, we should use Onslaught too. It does give us movement speed. I think it gives us move and attack speed, but it only works off of like if we get the kill with the skill, right? I'll look at what Onslaught gives us. I'll go back to Act 2. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. Oh, we got a nice little rubber band. Wait, we still need a platinum bust, right? Oh no, we got all of them. We're good. Oh. Oh, the damage is really nice. I'll go ahead and grab those rogue markers too. So, once we're able to do a grand heist, we'll see how like valuable those things are. We need, I guess, one more than 1, 2, 3, and then we'll start being a lot more powerful with our attack speed and extra sword damage. The new like objective here, but we need to be at least around 30ish for it to be like, I guess, kind of worth it, or have a chance to get the grand heist. It's like a rough estimate. All right. Alright, so we got another Trial of Ascendancy. I think there's just one more in maybe like Act 1 that I might have skipped over, which you can go back and do. It's not super important to do them ASAP, but like it's relatively efficient to progress until you can go ahead and get some type of mobility, and then you can go back and do some of them. But if it's like already like on the way, like for example, if it says solve the Trial of Ascendancy in this area, most of them in the very beginning are like on the way, but some of them you kind of gotta go out of the way for. That's more towards like the end though, because they're kind of random on what's called maps. But that's like late game. I should mention that there are some of these guys where it says, oh, you died too fast, but it'll make it so you cannot kill the allies until you kill like the guy that summons them. So you can try to focus them first. Like let's say like allies cannot die or something like that. There is like a modifier. Probably pick these 2 stone rings up when we can, as they're really good to go ahead and use those essences on in the very beginning, and you can get a decent amount of resistance. Specifically fire in the very beginning is great. Woo, we got our first unique. We'll go and check that out in a second once we clear these out. Took us a while. I guess it's on our 3rd part, so it's like what, maybe 2.5-ish hours. But like later you'll get more, but it's not like Diablo where they just kind of come down. But like they're also not like best in slot for every single character. Crafting recipe. But these have these little like things that go by. You can hop over them, which makes things so much easier. Okay. So now we got this out of the way. I don't think we need to get the waypoint. Yeah, it's just this. Sometimes I still have to go back, even though I've played this. I don't know if I want to say 100+ times, but I've made a lot of characters. But we need to go back anyways to progress. I guess I had the waypoint. It would have been maybe okay to just go waypoint in. So it kind of depends on the area. But in this one, let's see. There's a marker over here. It's a chest, part of the quest. Nice, leveled up again. I leveled up pretty fast too. What's the level area? 26 or 28? Okay. So we can progress a little bit faster. Just stopping for specifically elites now. Alright, moving into the battlefront. I didn't even need to throw fallibility on them. They just burned out. Alright, so I have to go to the Solaris Temple. Oh, can't make it up that. Can't pass any of that. Ooh. Something did a lot of damage though. Yeah, something did a lot of damage. What's our resistances? Fire, we're at 27. We just have cold resistance right now. Get down this elite. Alright, Solaris Temple level 1.
Something
we can actually get this. What's our accuracy? So,
the question is how.
in this game, you have accuracy, which is your chance to hit. Let me go to my actual skill over here. So our chance to hit, which is the first one right here, is 93%. So we're fine. But you can get this in the very beginning of the game for some builds because... oh, wait, no, it's not this one. Sorry. It's... Where is it? It is Resolute Technique. I knew it was somewhere around here. But anyways, it makes it so... your hits can't be evaded, so you'll always hit, but you can never deal critical strikes. So that's the trade-off with it. But like if you don't have a crit build, it doesn't really matter if you go ahead and obtain that. So we'll get a decent amount of extra armor here. Let's see what's our defense. It goes from 46 to 49. It's because we don't have any armor to scale off of. Waypoint over here. There's the new league mechanic, the heist mechanic. Okay. So what the heck is that? We have so many of these things. We have to return to town and stuff, but I try to do a lot of this stuff all at once. We gotta get the onslaught gem. This is a pretty cool shrine. We get to spawn in skeletons. These guys hit really hard. Got to level 2. I just downloaded the game. I have no idea what to do. What class would I recommend for a beginner? Well, that question gets asked a lot. It's kind of more like, what do you want to do? If you want to play it, I would say like don't play it safe in the super safe, but Juggernaut can be relatively safe. It survives a lot. But don't feel like one class is specifically locked to a certain build. I mean, I guess maybe you tell me how you like to play, and I'll kind of recommend a class for you. I think most people will enjoy Cyclone. Essence Strain Trickster. I don't know, I feel like most people enjoy actually Cyclone the most. You can run Cyclone on Berserker, you can run it on a lot of things. You can run it on an Assassin as well. Yeah, I feel like most people, when they play a build, they don't want something to feel unresponsive, and I feel like Essence Strain for some people can feel like a little bit slower. And also, it requires a little bit for it to be good, whereas Cyclone, I feel like you can start feeling like it'll feel good faster. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Cyclone is garbage. What? Did they nerf it? I thought Cyclone was still one of the best, cast on crit Cyclone or any variants of Cyclone. Oh god, the portal school. For me, the build that I plan to go is Auro's Flicker, which is a super cheap build to go ahead and get started and up and running. I mean, it's one of the highest DPS items in the game, and it costs next to nothing. It's not a very rare item either. I usually end up getting a couple every single time I play.
Believe me.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually deliver that, and then the ribbon spool. So go back to the battlefronts here, but I'm gonna go back to town so I can clear out this inventory right now. You played Necromancer in Diablo. Okay, so if you would like to make a Necromancer, you would go Witch, and then the Witch will be able to go into Necromancer. It's, I would say, fairly easy. It did get nerfed recently, but it's still, like, it's definitely playable. It's still very strong. I did a Spellslinger Necromancer, and I got to endgame with it without really even planning anything. So it's definitely viable. Oh, right. Forgot. We got this unique, and I'm like, yeah, we'll identify it in a second. Totally forgot about it. Anyways, so this is a jewel. You'll be able to put it into the tree at certain areas if we just type in jewel. You'll be able to see if we put a skill point in here, we can then get this item and we'll place it in here. And it'll show you the radius in which where it can be actually activated. So how some works, it might convert certain things, but with this one, with at least 40 intelligence in the radius, meaning that if there's at least 40 intelligence, which is these blue ones most of the time, but there'll be some other ones sometimes that will give it as well, you'll be able to make it so summoning skeletons can summon up to 15 skeleton mages instead. So it kind of changes your skeletons, which is kind of cool. So certain jewels can definitely modify your builds. Alright, so let's go ahead and deliver the, we delivered the platinum bus already, and then we'll go ahead and talk to Gregor. And then we'll go ahead and go back to the battlefront.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Yeah, Flicker for endgame is kind of questionable sometimes, as you don't have control of what you're doing. Sometimes you just swap out the gen. And we definitely need some more resistances here, which we'll get hopefully very soon. As long as we get like an alk or something, we can just get like a gold rim, which is a hat that grants 40 to all resistances, which is huge. Or I could just use the two-tone ring over here. I just want to add. And this one has fire. And I guess I'll probably swap out this one first. But yeah, I'll do that once we go ahead and get another essence. Is it 28? Oh, this is 29 area. So you try to look at sometimes the level of the area. Ooh. And you can decide if you want to go ahead and level in the area or not. Like, if the area is significantly lower, you're not going to get as much XP. Oh, that's right, we have a skill point. Just go and put it into the last one over here, and we'll start getting some more damage very soon as well. Although I think we might need more defensive things. But I can get maybe a flask to kind of help out with that. Did I get another life flask? I think I did. What is it? 800? Okay. Like, I think I can drop my mana flask at this point. Our damage is still pretty good, to be honest. I don't think we need our mana flask anymore. Can maybe even think about going mind over matter. But how do you like this league platypus? Do you like it? For me, I need to get further in. I want to try a grand heist, as most people, because I was looking at what some people had to say about the league, at least yesterday, because it was day one start. Some people were like, yeah, it's not even really worth it until you get to at least a grand heist. So. Or if you get the a higher level. Oh, you haven't even started yet? Oh, you're playing Monster Hunter, I gotcha. I just saw that there was modified uniques, and I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. Originally, I was going to go Scion. I'm like, well, you know what? I've never rolled Templar. So I'm just going to roll Templar. Specifically for the reductions of the resistances on crit. I'll probably get Maligra's Virtuosity, which is a pair of gloves that will give us 300 crit. Unfortunately, one item that I like, it technically got buffed, but like, to me it's a nerf. It's just really early on there's an amulet that makes it so you deal less crit damage, but your crit chance goes up like a lot. But Maligro's Virtuosity, which are some gloves, they will grant you, no matter what, you always have 300 crits. So the downside of the amulet doesn't matter. But now I've been swapping to a new amulet that grants me the ability to make it so while enemies are blinded, which will be getting a stance, a sand stance, which will be an AoE around us, where it'll make it so it's harder for enemies to hit us. Heck, we should go buy it next time we go into town, if we can. I don't remember when we can get it. In Act 3, you can get almost, I wouldn't say almost every skill. You get a lot of skills in Act 3, let's just put it that way. Whoa. Someone thinks doing a lot of damage. Alright. Oh, this is for another quest. How big is this thing? I think it's 4. Alright, anyways, now we gotta go back. I don't think we... Oops, something dropped. Is it over here? Oh, it's just a 4 link. That will actually be quite nice to actually have. I don't need this. So, yeah, this will be a little bit better than this, as it'll give us more. I do need Herald of Ash. I want to keep it, so I'll put it over here. And then this can be something completely different right now. And there's also, I don't need that. Flammability, I do kind of want. I don't really need Flame Ball anymore. So the reason why I took those gloves is because if I want to like change up the skill, I can do it. Is it 1 red? It also gives us better stats. I'm just gonna use a portal here if I can find it. Jeez, this thing is so messy. Let me like go clean it up. I'll just go throw everything in the stash in town. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw in a bunch of stuff into my stash. I'm gonna go ahead and no-cam this for a second so you guys can kind of see how it looks. So we're gonna, all of these are currency. Like your stash tab might be like this, where you just throw things over here. I'm gonna throw all the gems here, and these I can throw in later somewhere else. But oh, this is just trash. I'm just gonna destroy this. Oh, I probably also should have mentioned this a long time ago. But if you want to party up with people, I'm not sure what the default key is, but you can just go to, I think it's S maybe for default. I might actually have not changed that, but there are public parties, and you can just join them up. So you just click join, and you'll see the level of them, and you'll see what they're doing. Sometimes people will name the quest that they're doing. But a lot of times people just play that by themselves, and it's totally fine to play by yourselves, but you can join people. And you can also like refresh, or you can create a party. You can say we're doing this quest or whatever. But yeah, that's another feature of the game. It's not just a single player game, but most people, like I said, play single player anyways. Like throughout the whole entirety of the game, there's really a very little incentive to do group play. There are ways where you can charge people to do certain things, like what's called the lab, and you can make money doing, well, it's not real money, but like in-game money, by doing this like trial, which we'll actually do pretty soon. You won't do the easy one though, like that. You gotta do the hardest one if you want to actually get things done. But I'm gonna go ahead and go for strength.
You may go.
Oh, I'm gonna take that, and then this will block, or it'll unblock the thing that's at the sewer. There's like a little thing that blocks your path, and we'll be able to go right through. But there is also something called an Aura Bot, which basically is a character that just buffs. Hello Doga, how you doing? How am I progressing? It's alright. I mean, there's nothing really too new that I really enjoyed so far. We tried out the little firewall thing. And, I mean, I don't know if the molten projectiles will actually get a bonus, because I don't know if they're technically passing through the firewalls, since they're, like, landing maybe on top of it. Oh, I put in all my... no, I'm just going to do this. I put all my Scroll of Wisdoms, or Scrolls of Identity, in the stash, which I shouldn't have. But we're going to go ahead and identify both of these. Then I'll just get rid of the lower one. This one grant us. Oh, awesome. Immune to bleed is good. Alright, go back to the portal. You're skipping out on this lead. Do you not like the mechanic? I know that there's like one new item, like a trinket that you can acquire, but I'm not sure if it only affects like your heist missions or if it's an actual like new item. But I just wanted to play this because I haven't played. I technically played a little bit of last league, but actually we'll need to go here anyway. So I'm going to go here, get the waypoint, and then go back since I already found where it's at right now. But lastly, I got to maps, and then I was just like, yeah, I did a few of the maps. I didn't really care for the league mechanic that much. I think it's great for solo, for sure. Like if you're doing solo and you're not trading. But why do you think that doing group play is a better way to make currency, Sonato? Because you would have to share the loot too, wouldn't you? Or do you all just run like Magic Find build, or what is it called? Yeah, like Magic Find builds. And then like scales high enough to where it's worth it? Because I always felt like, you know, sharing loot. Because this is not like Diablo where everyone gets their own loot. You have to share it all. To maximize DPS. So is it that like it's not efficient to clear things? Ooh. Oh, are you talking about for getting, okay, for story mode or oops. Pick that up. Are you saying for a campaign it's better to do story mode? I wouldn't disagree, but I'm saying most people just play the game by themselves. But oh yeah, definitely. I would say for doing campaign, 100%. Like if you did it in a group, it'd be faster. Especially if you're doing it for the first time. But they might do all the content for you and they might take all the loot. So that's what I was saying, like, it probably is better for your first playthrough, I'd say, to do it solo. Or if you play with a friend that like knows what they're doing, it might not be that bad. They can kind of explain things for you. But I always get asked, you know, like, I wish there was a guide on Path of Exile, like a walkthrough. And like, if you type in Path of Exile, like guide for whatever the league is, a lot of people don't do a full walkthrough. It's basically explaining the league mechanic, and they kind of expect you to know a lot of the game. And they're like, okay, by the way, here's the POE build, yeah, that Path of Building. Oh, nice. That'll be a very nice item to have for trade currency. We'll see what that's going for right now. And probably like a 1 chaos, so it's 4 alks. 4 alks will be like basically 4 different small little like unique items like this one that we purchased. Damn, that guy hits really... Oh, he hits really, really hard. Okay, that's our first death. We're gonna do Ocean's 11. Oh yeah, I saw a lot of people's thoughts on the league mechanic. A lot of people didn't like it so far. They didn't like that you had to click on a door and make it wait, and I 100% agree. For maybe like if you had some more interactions, like while he's you know, lock picking, or like maybe you would do the lock picking or something, and there'd be like a mechanic where you have to like click on things. I don't know, just something so it's not click here and be forced to wait until a progress bar goes up. Because the guy that there was a guy that pick locked so far, and there was a girl who I guess melted a door, but like it's the same mechanic at the end of the day. Oh wait, hold on, we're getting our revenge on this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and flammability on this guy. He takes away like big chungus over here for damage. Fortunately, he didn't drop anything. But yeah, dying in this game is not bad until you get very, very later in the game. The reason why is you lose XP. Or if you play hardcore, well, you lose your character. But I don't think anyone should play this game on hardcore for their first playthrough. Like, I'm not even sure if this game has a cheat death mechanic. Or if you die, like, the item breaks instead. Diablo has, like, that one item for hardcore. The 4 link. Heist is a lot of loot. Oh, what do you think of the regular heists? Or do you only do the grand heists?
And so, I take my first steps into damnation and carnage.
But yeah, anyways, going back to what I was talking about, like, when people look for the new League mechanic, there's not, like, a full guide for, like, you know, starting out from level 1 all the way to, like, whatever level. But I also think that for first try, like, for the first time for a lot of people, it's almost better to let them fail with their build. But I know a lot of people don't want to, like, fail and then, like, learn from it. They just want their build automatically to be, like, good. And I already mentioned that, like, I don't know, well, I know this map, like, this build will be good enough to get to maps. Like, I've done it 1,000 times. I've done the worst, like, I've done Flicker literally every single class, except for Templar. But Templar will actually be, like, somewhat viable. Like, I did Witch, which I didn't think Witch was that bad with Oros. And I've done, like, you know, Terminus S, I've done, None. I tried the axe that shoots out the little, like, Molten Strikes, I forgot the name of it. Is it maybe Nangatu's Flame or something like that? Because I also did like Hybrid Cyclone, because Flicker Strike is not the best on boss fights. Or anything that has a mechanic where you like need to like dodge something, because it's a Jesus take the wheel build, as Mathil would put it, which is another content creator. But yeah, you have no control over where your character goes, which, I mean, sometimes though, it's really good because it teleports you and it dodges everything. Other times it teleports you right into the one-shot mechanic. Have I tried Bleed Flicker? Oh yeah, Golden Rule. I mean, it's actually really easy if you go Duelist. Like, it's like free, because you can be immune to Bleed. I think is it immune to Bleed while leeching, or is it just immune to Bleed? I think they might have changed the node. Where yeah, there is another build with kind of, well, we'll show off Flicker, like, what is it, level 45? Actually, level 35 is, I think, when you can start. There is like a really low level unique that actually lets you have multi-strike super early on. I don't remember the name of the item, I'll look it up. But I don't really think it's worth it, as it's not super sustainable. I'll try it out though, because I actually haven't tried it out. So another thing we'll test out. Oh no. But I can definitely say that our survivability has just gone super down, as we haven't upgraded our items in a really long time. Alright, so what do I want with the... is it just... oh, these are staff attacks. Oh, wait. Where's... Oh, okay, here we are. I'm like, oh, shoot, did I go the wrong way? Something's hitting us. Okay, thank you. Okay. Just had to zoom in that butt. Alright, it's right over here. So, okay, extra damage with elements, which is how we're going to actually benefit off this, because we won't be dealing any physical damage. But I actually really want it for the attack speed first. So what is it? We get 4, so we get a total of 8, and then another 8. So we get 16% attack speed. We get more damage with ailments, and then we get accuracy rating and also melee strike range with swords. And then after that, we need to start scaling a lot more life, and resistances will start grabbing these. Hopefully the build will be at least somewhat fast enough to be enjoyable. We really need that two-tone ring to be active soon. Oh, we got another one. I just mentioned that thing. Perfect. But yeah, we'll have to go ahead and get another essence, as I'm not going to waste like an alk shard on, or an alk on it, which would grant us a rare ring. like this one's going to be a little bit tough.
Your conviction drives you here. But have you thought what it might drive others to do in return?
Oh.
Your devotion.
Ooh.
Damn you!
Oh. It's a full plate. This is probably going to give us...
Rest while
Oh,
you
it's-
can, mistress of suffering.
It's a 4 link.
Judgment will not go easy on you.
Just a nice little amount of armor. What's our dodge chance right now? Our evade, because as we start scaling up in the game, evasion is going to start giving us like less amount of chance to evade. But anyways, now that we've killed that, okay, we'll go back to Gregor. And we'll get another chromatic orb. So at this point, we'll definitely have a little bit of currency for the
Good luck to you.
next set of items that we'll go ahead and acquire. This is the only item I'm going to get rid of. Oh, this is not bad. Oh, did I pick this up? Life on kill. Actually, add some damage. Okay, I'll go ahead and swap it for this. Oh, that's right. When you're in the trade menu,
Stay out of the
can't
shadows.
change your items equipped.
Hello.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
So we'll go ahead and again modify this. This I might keep if I have like another skill that I want to mess around with later. Heck, I could. Yeah, the reason why I'm going to keep this right now is just because it grants us that extra attack speed and on top of that movement speed.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Watch yourself.
Goodbye.
So we're going to go ahead and get another passive. And then we'll go ahead and get, like, once we get this, then we'll go ahead and get some more defensive stats. But if you feel like you need it now, if you are copying my build, feel free to go ahead and get it ASAP. Oh, that's right. You know, I forgot for this for like a long time. I mentioned this at the very beginning, but like this is how it is sometimes. You just like forget because there's just so many things to do. We're gonna go ahead and check the vendors if we can get anything nicer over here. What do I actually want? I mean, I honestly like boots. Would be a nice thing to go ahead and have as a little upgrade here. But we're actually going to go get, what is it, Onslaught? I'll go check if it's in Act 1. So in Act 1, you can go to Nessa.
Hello.
And you go purchase the items. And then you'll see there's a lot more. Depending on what class you play, certain things might not be available for you yet. Usually pretty much towards Act 3, once you get to the library, you can get whatever you need. Like all like the earlier things are over there. But let's see if there's anything else that is going to be something cool to mess around with. And then I'm just going to go and equip for funsies. Oh, wait. Let's mess around with this. Oh, we have nothing that's blue. I guess I could change that. It's totally a waste, but let's see what else there is. I just want something else just to play around with for a second. So I'll do that. That doesn't seem too bad. I'm going to just throw this on too. Reserving like decent amount of mana. And that way we'll just get some extra regen. It's like having mind over matter anyways. Is there... That's... It's like, there's like a blood and sand stance that we want to go ahead and have access to. Let's mess around with Earthshatter for a bit too, instead of Molten Strike. Excuse me.
Farewell.
As I just kind of want to show you guys other skills, and I just want to mix up the content, even though we're kind of scaling Ellie damage anyways. So we'll go to Act 2, and we'll also go ahead and check.
Yes.
Does this one have Onslaught? No, it doesn't. Okay. So yeah, we'll get to
Goodbye.
the library. We'll be able to go ahead and do that. So right now our goal is to use the key to get to the top. So, oh wait, no. Oh, we need something else to actually use this skill. Scratch the idea of swapping skills right now. It needs to be like, I think, is it like an axe or what's it, a mace? Maces, scepters, axe, staves, and unarmed. But I can't use it with a sword. It's a really cool looking skill though. So it's another Trial of Ascendancy, and this is about the time that we can go to the trial. Or we can do it maybe in the next part. So I do want to get some extra items, and sometimes it just takes a while for people to respawn. Especially with earlier on. So with this, we get a little nova that happens around us.
A leader cannot simply strive forward to the future and expect
So with this one's mechanic, you have a bunch of these little darts that come out. Ooh, almost died. Oh wait, we got that other gem. I should actually put it to use. Oh, where is it? Vitality over here. Alright, so you can see we'll have even less mana. But we get 88 life regen per second. Which is kind of nice. And once we level it up, it'll get even stronger. I'll go ahead and curse these. Nice. Oh, there's a 4-link. Let's see if that cloth belt is any better. 830. What are we running? 750. Okay. What's this one do? It removes bleed. Oh, the remove bleed is 100% worth keeping. Let's go ahead and see if this is going to be any good. Gives us extra lightning resistance, but and extra fire res, but I don't really like the base of it. If it was like a leather belt, which would grant us health, I'd be like, yeah, I'm down to keep it. Wait, this helmet is not useful at all. What is this one? Oh, it's just a 4-link. Oh. It's good for stats. 53 evasion. Hello Spinny, how you doing? And hello Captain, how you doing as well? And thank you for the follow, Light. I appreciate it, mate. Haven't interacted with the league mechanic yet. I mean, I'm doing one every single like part of our playthrough, so yeah, we can go ahead and do it. The league is raining with currency. At what level did you start getting lots of currency, Apprentice? Wait, this is to go. Is this to go back? Oh, perfect. Okay, we need to go to the library because the library will have like, pretty much every single skill that we want. But we have to do like a small little quest first, and the small quest is to find the golden pages. Which I believe we'll have to find a candle. And we touch the candle and it opens up like a secret passage, basically. Hello, Debated. How you doing? Thank you so much for the follow, too. All right. There we go, there's a loose candle. And the secret opens up. Go to the archives. Three more. Probably get a better upgraded weapon after this. Oh, finally! An essence. We are frozen. Alright, what does this one give us? This is hatred. It's something with cold. Let's see. With. Let's see. We'll get extra cold resistance. Fortunately, the extra cold damage won't really matter. Although I kind of want a better. I think the ring. Actually, this is like absolutely nothing. You know what? I wouldn't mind doing it to this. The gloves. Because these gloves can definitely be very useful. So we'll get some extra cold resist. Oh, we got triple damage! Wow. So our DPS goes from 1,200 to 1,400. That's a nice little change. So that was definitely worth. Alright, so slow though. Hold on. I swear this faster attacks. I don't think that's gonna actually do anything. But it's just you're so slow. What's the attack without it? This is. Oh. You want to know why it wasn't working? Because it's leveled up past the level. Oh gosh. Okay, this is something important actually. So I had at one point 49 dexterity with some other item. I don't know what item it was. But I had at some point an item that granted me like an extra dexterity. And without it, it's not going to give me the effect of it. I mentioned that. I was like, dude, I swear it feels like it's just too slow. Alright, so what we can do is we can de-level the gem. You can either use a Scour or a Regret. And you can lower the level, but I would rather keep that currency because it's just going to be cheaper for me right now just to go buy it and then trade off the currency. I didn't look at that at all, but that's something very important. In fact, I'm going to do that now so I don't forget. So I'm going to go back to, I believe, Act 2. I can get faster attacks. And I want actually to get two. Whoops, this is not Act 2. I want to get 2 copies of Faster Attack. One for our Leap Slam, and then one for our.
You are well?
Oops, purchase fast. Oh, we can't even use the level 1? Oh, it starts scaling it off. Okay, so it doesn't start off at level. Well, maybe it starts scaling up as you progress. Anyways, I'll use it for science purposes. But that's actually really unfortunate. I just need... Is there anything that grants us extra dex that's like right here? I mean, I can get 30 dex. I'd rather get the extra damage. But for the sake of it, and it would increase our attack speed a lot more, I'm just going to throw it in. Okay. So, I'm going to put this one in, and I can go ahead and just get the other one.
Hello.
And I'm not going to level it up, as I'm going to unspec out of that dexterity later. So I'll probably get it with something else. And then, oh, we can even do close combat. Nice.
Stay true to you.
So yeah, I'm going to, interesting enough, you can dismiss without leveling the gem. So you can make this thing go away. And I can do the same thing, so that one goes away. So how the gems work is it requires a certain amount of like intelligence, strength, or dexterity. For your character to actually be able to benefit off of it. There is one item that I get for some builds called Astromentes, and it will grant you like 100 and something to all stats. So pretty much if you have that item, you don't even need to look at most of it, with the exception of some items that will start scaling with whatever amount of dexterity or whatever you have. Actually, I'm going to go back to town so I can go back in the portal. I'm so glad that I caught that though, because like... We're losing out on a lot of attack speed. Oh, it's so much better. I also mentioned Onslaught, but Onslaught has to I think on you have to get the kill. It's fine. We're gonna get the pages anyways, and then we'll have the quest. When you start doing the drops, level 2 skill requirements is when it starts doing good. Oh, okay. So I should just start progressing the. Do I need to actually progress the heist, or will it just progress as the heist? I guess the mission increases in the level because they have like levels. Level up the dudes. Okay. So to level up the dudes, you just play. Is that how it works, or do you have to like spend some type of currency to increase their level?
I am no beast of burden.
Okay, I'll probably end up getting something else. Okay, now we gotta go back to our guy. Which I'm pretty sure we have a library waypoint. Just use them. Oh, it's just like Skyrim.
Fortune.
All right, so we can get. We got fire penetration. We got energy leech, cold pen, lightning pen. Fortify is actually kind of useful here. What that grants us is extra damage reduction, and I usually throw that on in combination with our leap, so we can jump on top of them, and then we'll get a bonus. So this is the thing I was talking about before, where you don't even have to cast the curse. It's just like an AoE around us, but we don't have the intelligence for us. I like this thing, and I'll do it with flammability, but we'll have to get the intelligence, which there might be some intelligence. What do we have for intelligence? We have 43, so I just literally need to get one of those big nodes, and we can have it, which there should be one. Oh, so I can literally right here. So I can go ahead and get this if I want to, and then I can have the flammability as an aura, but I'll probably get the attack speed first, and then I'll get that later. So now we're going to go ahead and continue on, and we'll go through the door. This area is huge, though, because it has like a lot of different paths. There we go. And we're at pretty much the boss of this act.
Every stone placed for the glory of God. Beautiful.
Hopefully the boss won't be too rough, because I haven't gotten any more pieces of gear in a while. Got a little bit close on that one. Oh, if you see the little bubble, that means you need to get inside the bubble to deal damage. Keep on going up. I wouldn't mind grabbing that. Plus all attributes. as our current one, I mean, all it really gives us is 3 to 4 damage is the only reason why I kind of like it. I mean, extra strength is not bad at all. It increases our damage and gives us more health. This way, and then we're at the rooftop. Usually, oh, like before, you back in the day, you had to throw portals here, but now it's you don't even need to do it. It'll just respawn. Guys have a lot of HP. But if you do die, you might have to go ahead and reactivate your buffs again, or your auras.
I must have time to gather my will.
Our damage is pretty good right now.
My mana is spent.
We'll get some mana leech or something. It's kind of far away. I usually anoint it, which is another mechanic I'll have to show off later. Don't stand on the lightning. What's our lightning resistance? Is it really good? Our cold resistance is 75. The rest are 25. Okay. Well, that does a lot of damage. You don't have to clear these, but sometimes they can get in the way. Oh, we got hit by the giant fist. Yeah, that thing will usually do a lot of damage. So like I said, if you die, it's just no big deal. It's really only the, I'd say, the fist that you need to like really be like far away from. I mean, the souls that he shoots out on you, they do a decent amount of damage too. Like that one. Sometimes if you leap, it'll still consider you where you were before. But it's not over yet. He's got another form. You know what we can do is we can actually put Onslaught on Leap as well. Yeah. we should have bought it from Siosa at the library, which we'll do after this. Because it means when I leave, I can go ahead and start proccing it. I can maybe even get, that'll be good. I'm gonna say I can get Fortify if this was 2 reds and 2 green, but it's 3 green. Oh, he's right here. It's because we actually killed him, but like at the same time he killed us. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure he doesn't just spawn these infinitely. I called this one we can just sit here and face tank it.
By exiling me, you were my Genesis Dominus. And now here I stand.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So we'll get into the next act in this part, and then we'll also get to the... we'll go check out if we can get the trial. Actually, I'm going to forget if I don't do this now. We're going to go actually to Siosa first. Get Onslaught. I think we might have to have the item in our inventory to trade with him, but it's fine. So we'll go to Act 3, Library. And this is where you can go ahead and actually get a lot of the gems earlier on. So we want Onslaught. And it's a green gem, and it's going to be a support. And it only costs Scroll of Wisdom. So I'll put this over here. Go ahead and throw the Leap Slam over here. And we'll swap this one out, and we'll do faster attacks. And we'll do close combat. If it had another red, I'd actually do Fortify, which would grant us some damage reduction, as a little squishy right now. But yeah, we'll get to I'll get to Act 4, but I also want to go back to Act 3 to check what ascendancies we need to do. Well, hello Derp, how you doing? So I think we have like one more. Okay, so in order to open this up, we have to go to Chamber of Sins Act 2. So we'll have to go back to Act 2 to do the last one. Oh, that's a really cool looking pet. That's it's just a microtransaction, it doesn't do anything. But yeah, it was Chamber of Sins level 2. Somewhere in here. Once we get to the second level, that is. So Onslaught will be this little buff over here. It does let us move a lot faster. And it'll be really nice. But we have to get the killing blow with the thing, unfortunately. But like, since this is a low level area, if we just jump, it'll kill most of the stuff anyways. But it's, what is the chance? 10%? Okay. And then you have a chance on Elite as well. Have I tried the game Rogue Company? I have. It's okay for like a day, but like because it's third person, you have like a lot of people basically utilizing the corner peeking mechanic, where they can see you, but you can't see them, and then you walk, and then you get outplayed by the people that camp. There we go, this is what we wanted. Yeah, oh, this Onslaught just made it so much better though. Heck, I almost wanted to think about throwing Onslaught in every one of my like starter builds, but technically we had to get to Act 3 for this one to make use out of it. So some switches will actually be bad to click on. That's kind of what mechanic it's trying to show you. Don't stand on those, it does damage. I feel like that one they just kind of trick you. They just put a bunch of those things there, and then a normal person would be like, oh, we will click on them. Alright. So now that we've done this, we're going to go ahead and go back to Act 4. Or I shouldn't say go back to Act 4 because technically we haven't even gotten there yet.
This
But
is neither the time nor the place.
Act 4, we have to like reach the town. And that'll round off our playthrough for the third part of our full campaign walkthrough. Get that extra sword speed. The next level, we get that bigger breakpoint, or we get to have an extra ranged.
Sounds good. Does it work?
I got more of those coins too. I'm gonna actually save the coins and just trade them. In fact, what I'm gonna do when we resume on the next part of our full walkthrough guide is we will get all the items that I'll mention what we like need and what we are going to trade for, but it's basically exactly what like we did before, but because I'm going to trade for several items, sometimes people don't respond. I will just kind of speed it up. Look how fast we're melting that thing. I don't think, what did we do to increase our, I don't think we did anything. But like that boss was actually pretty tanky. I should not upgrade the faster attacks. Upgrade Onslaught a bit. The reason why I don't want to upgrade the other ones is because eventually I'm going to remove the extra dexterity. I'm going to have something that gives me like 10 to all stats or something, which is through the Onyx Amulet. Alright, so now we're at Highgate, which is the act that we'll be getting a pet. Well, this pet will actually do something. It's not a microtransaction pet.
Until next
We'll
time.
go and talk to everyone and basically get started. As we'll need to go ahead and clear the seal. And how we clear the seal is by going, well, technically we're supposed to talk to Dahlia first, which she's up over here. And then we will go ahead and actually do the Trial of Ascendancy, which is, yeah, we're about level 33, so that's like perfect. So we're going to have to go get the banner, which is somewhere over down here. And we will go ahead and do that next time. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get some items. So what I'm going to do is I'll mention what we use to trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up what we have for currency. I'm going to trade this. If I have 4 of these, I can get something else. And I'll just mention exactly what we traded for, because it'll be a lot easier and it'll be a lot more time efficient. Actually, what else do we have? We have, what is it? I think we got a junk. Okay. We'll end up trading this, and I'll mention what we traded for and the exact item, and I'll show you what to look out for like kind of, if you're copying my build, kind of what to look out for. Basically, we need better boots. The gloves aren't actually bad. They actually had a lot of damage. So we'll keep those, and then we can definitely get a better belt. So we want to get 3 different items here. I actually want to get a really cheap helmet that grants us extra attack speed, so we can go even faster. But anyways, thanks for tuning in for part 3. Part 4 will be up very soon, TM, and I'll see you in the next one.